Oikein paljon tervetuloa jälleen Hurrikaanin Pyörteisiin. Kauden 12 jakson aika on jälleen koittanut ja sehän merkkaa sitä, että tämän kalenterivuoden puolella toista kertaa saavutaan Ruthin Leipomolle nauhoittamaan uutta podcast-jaksoa. JYPillä hurja lento on ollut päällä ja siinä lennossa yhtenä isona pelaajana on ollut ruotsalainen Daniel Torgersson. Hän saapuu tänään tänne vieraaksi. Hänen lisäkseen vieraana on myöskin toinen ruotsalaispelaaja Viktor Persson, joten sen kautta paljon Ruotsi vastaan Suomi-asetelmaa myöskin saadaan tähän podcast-studioon tänään. Meikäläinen on Jere Korkalainen, vieressä on Heikki Kekäläinen ja tästä näin. Soijapojat lähtevät kohti ruotsalaispoikasten haastattelua. Tässä kohtaa meillä on vieraana kaksi JYPin pelaajaa, ruotsalaiset Viktor ja Daniel. First of all, tjena.
Tjena.
Tjena. Hur länge?
Bra. Ja, väldigt bra. Kul att vara här.
And of course, Daniel, a bit late, but happy birthday. How does it feel to be 23?
Thank you. It feels really good, I would say.
I don't remember even when I was 23.
It's a great age.
it must have been.
But towards another busy week with 3 games, how are you guys feeling on Monday?
I mean, feel good. We had, like you said, we had a pretty busy week last week and had a day off yesterday, so feels good in body.
2025 team has been on a roll. How's the feeling in the locker room right now?
I would say it feels good. I mean, it's been good. Like we're being like you said, on a roll. So it's a great feeling in the team. It's awesome.
How is it? You have the Swedish mafia here in Jyväskylä at the moment, so it was quite easy to arrive here.
Yeah, for me it was really good.
And also same to Viktor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot easier when you have. I had 2 other Swedish guys, Johan and Sammy, so just make the transition go a lot smoother. They just show you around a little bit and all the stuff you need to know, and yeah, it's been great.
Yeah.
Did you know the coach before?
I just see him on the bench when he was coaching in Sweden, so I didn't know him. No,
I didn't know him personally. I just knew the name and who he was, like where he's been coaching, but not on a personal level. No.
Was it easier to come here with the Swedish coach?
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, it's always nice to have like a Swedish coach, and like have a guy that you can talk like Swedish to, and I mean it makes it easier for you as a player. And I feels like we kind of have like the same picture of how we want to play and stuff like that. So yeah, sure.
Yeah.
How about Viktor? You've been gone for a few weeks right now, but apparently we can expect you to be back pretty soon.
Yeah, maybe not this week, but and the national team break comes. So, but after that, I will be 100%. So that would be great.
How was it when you were in Pelicans before, and you had Tommi Niemelä there as a coach? How do you, if you compare these coaches that we have Pennerborn now in JYP and Tommi Niemelä in Pelicans, how do you see it?
I think they're pretty similar. I think Tommi Niemelä was he's a players coach. He cares a lot about the players. He doesn't like to scream a lot or go on rants to players, and I think Johan is kind of the same. Johan maybe more towards like more not yelling but being straight to the point sometimes. But I actually see a lot of similarities with them. I think they're both kind of a newer coaching style, like talk a lot to the players, develop them more, not just screaming like old school.
Johan said to us when we interviewed him that he said that these eyes sometimes go black. So what kind of guy is he when he gets angry?
I mean, I would say it's like he's getting like mad at the ref when some situations there will like we should have a penalty or maybe not have a penalty. That's like when I mostly see it. I mean, of course, if we play like bad, he tells us what to do and what to do better. But I would say it's mostly on the refs than the players. He's seeing black, I would say.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty funny sometimes because when he goes black, I think he starts swearing in Swedish, and and you hear the Swedish curse word, and then you're like not giggling to yourself, but it's just pretty funny.
Have the guys come to you like, what did he say just?
No, not really. Yet. No, not yet. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of fun having a Swedish coach. I think sometimes a few Swedish sayings. I think we had one the other day. Don't go on the mountain when there's smaller stone. Kinda. It's a Swedish saying like, don't go on the mountain. It's a big mountain. Take the smaller stone instead. If you like try to hit him, he's the mountain, and yeah. So like, there's a lot of funny things for us. Understands the whole what he's trying to mean, but no one else understands it, kind of.
If I understood correctly, did he mean that Lassila tried to hit Lehterä there?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But when you look at Johan at the bench, it seems like he's thinking a lot, and you can almost like hear the ticking inside his head when he looks so analytical.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look at him too much, but like, of course, when you look at him, he's kind of processing like everything that happens during the game and like just trying to like figure out what's best or what to do better. But yeah, sometimes he's just like looking like it's confused because he's thinking too much.
Yeah. He does this quite a lot. Yeah. He puts his hands on his mouth and
it's a great thinker's pose.
What kind of bench coach is he? Because when you see different coaches, some run around there and tell everything, but he's quite calm. So what does he do there? Does he give you any hits or hints, not hits?
Yeah, I would say he gives the hints to the player to I mean, of course, improve the game and what's happening, and small details. I would say that all the coaches is doing that. So I think they're working kind of together. Maybe not every time Johan is telling us what to do or anything. Like sometimes it's Hade or like Pera. So I think they're a good staff team together. Doing a great job back there.
We had Tomi Pettinen on a couple of weeks ago. We were interviewing him. So what kind of is he? Because he's quite calm guy. So from the defender side.
Yeah, no, I've been really impressed just by talking to him. You can tell that he's been been a player and I think he's been in the NHL team too, doing some development stuff. He's never yelling or anything. He's just if it's during a game, he's just telling you the smaller details, like correct this and things will be good, kind of. I've been really impressed with him.
So what kind of things you discuss with him?
No, it's just I think it's just positioning, kind of. Let's say if my D partner has the puck, just get super low, like small details like that. Just like he sees the game in a different way than I probably did, and he's helped me a lot, like with skills and stuff.
Yeah, because he was one of those basic defenders.
Yeah.
In his career. So, how do you think he has affected on JYP's game at the moment? Because after the Christmas, we know, of course, the Torgersson came here and
scoring
blew
goals.
the ice hockey stadium. Yeah. But what about Pettinen? How has he affected to the game?
I think it's tough to say. I think it's been a lot of different factors that been making us successful lately, but I think he's definitely one of them. I don't know, it's just something about like he's a calm human. He never stressed or anything, and I think he's also a PK coach, and I think he's been doing a really good job in PK with the smaller details, and really he's really doing the work before on pre-scout, developing players and stuff like that. So he's been great.
How about Haataja with the forwards? He has also a longer playing career. What kind of details and things do you talk with him?
I mean, I would say it's similar to like, maybe not like para, but it's like small details that like makes a huge difference when you're on the ice. I mean, if you like, say like 1 meters just ahead of where you were, like just, you know, like 2 steps ahead, and then you like make a huge difference in like transitions and stuff like that. And I mean, of course, they played hockey, so they know kind of like they kind of know the spots where to be in to be as successful as possible. So I mean, it's more like small details that makes a big difference. Maybe you don't see it like on the stands when you're watching it, but you can really feel the difference if you're like standing like just 2 meters in 2 different spots. So yeah.
Let's talk about JYP a bit later more and go really back in time. You're both from a bit smaller towns. We want to know about starting hockey. What kind of was your path towards hockey professionalism?
I can start. I guess I have a younger or older brother who's born in '89 that played hockey. So what was it? He was 12 when I was. Yeah, when I was born. So like obviously I watched him play and just wanted to be like him, kinda, and that grew the interest. And then I started playing. I think I started skating when I was 3, and then just kept going through the different age groups, and yeah, now we're here.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm pretty similar. I have an older brother, 4 years older than me, and my dad was coach for him, so I was always at the rink, skating around or just around in the buildings. So I've just been like natural for me to just be into a rink, and I mean I started skating when I was like 4 years old, and then since that I always loved it. So it's kind of just keep going that way.
You are from Hönö, if I pronounce it right.
Yeah.
5,000 people live there. I checked Elite Prospects. There's only 2 professional players from there, you and Linus Neessen, who plays at Frölunda right now. You are also the only one being drafted to the NHL from there. Is that something you take pride from?
Yeah, of course. It's really nice. I mean, it's privilege to be like drafted and all that, but I'm just don't try to think about it too much. I mean, I'm just trying to be like a nice guy, and just keeping doing the hard work, and then I mean, you never know what's happened. I might get an injury or something, and then I just can't play hockey anymore. So I'm just trying to enjoy to play hockey as long as possible. Yeah.
I think the guys have told you that Hönö in Finnish means dumbass.
I've heard that.
Yeah, several times. Yeah, but I think it's Chicken Island or Hönö. It's chicken and is an island, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chicken Island. Yeah. So when did you decide? Because you have been also in all those junior
National team?
National team. Yeah, you got it. So junior national team. So when you decided that it's going to be a professional?
I mean, I was pretty young when I was like dreaming about it.
Yeah.
I would say like 5-6 years old. I was all talking about like I want to play in Frölunda, my hometown team, and yeah, I think that's always been like picture in my head that I want to work with hockey, and it went well, and now I'm sitting here.
Did you do any other sports when you were a kid?
I mean, soccer, floorball. I maybe 1 or 2 years in gymnastic, but I wasn't that good, so I quit that pretty fast. And then, I mean, of course, like I think everyone is playing golf nowadays. But that's pretty much it.
What age did you quit those other sports?
I mean, when you were like 5, 6 years old, you were just trying around like all the sports. But I think I quit in football when I was 11, and since this, it's always been hockey.
How about Victor? Did you have any other sports?
I played soccer. I think that was the only thing. You kind of played soccer from April till September, and then it switched straight over to hockey. So yeah, I think I played until I was 13. It was a pretty easy decision then too.
You mentioned also your big brother before. What kind of battles? What was it like growing up with him?
No, I think since he's so much older than me, and he moved away when he was 16, so like I didn't really have. Obviously, we had a few fights. I think we broke in a few windows and stuff like that. But yeah, he's just been so much older than me and always beat me up. Kind of. I think that also taught me a little bit that never give up. Kind of. Now I'm beating him, so it's pretty fun now.
Are you playing in a higher level than him?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was always one thing that I wanted to beat him in. Just have a little bit longer or better career than him, and I think it's on the right way right now.
When you're playing pompis outside and the first before games and before practices, who are you doing well at bouncing the ball?
Honestly, I stopped playing when I came here because they're always playing outside.
Yeah.
So I'm not playing anymore. But I would say I'm pretty good.
No comment.
But growing up, who were your hockey players you looked up to? Who did you watch a lot?
I mean, I always watched like Frölunda when I was younger, and they had some really good players there. They had like the Joel Lundqvist, and then Karnbeck. I mean, he was a little bit older, but I mean, they had some really good, like Tommy Kallio, the Finnish, and some Norwegian guys, Matti Sulimb. So I think I've just been like watching those guys pretty much when I was younger, and always, I mean, like say when I started to look at Frölunda, watch the games, I was like, I want to be like those guys. So there's some of the players I've been like watching when I was growing up.
What about you? You were in Brynäs.
Yeah, I think obviously my brother has probably been the biggest inspiration.
How high did he go in hockey?
He played Brynäs.
So SHL.
Yeah, SHL for a year, 2 years maybe. But then obviously when he was playing there, I remember Juuso Heittonen, the guy in HPK now.
Yeah.
I think he was one of my idols back then. Just watching him.
One of the most gentleman players in Finland all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any others?
I think obviously it's every year you change. When you're younger, you're like, oh, he's scoring the most goals. Now he's my favorite player. Then next year it's another guy, and then so yeah, I think it's just been a bunch of different ones. But I think obviously Erik Karlsson playing in NHL, I think he's always scoring a lot of goals. I think you like that.
I was expecting when you're going to mention the Swedish defenseman, because there's quite a lot to choose from.
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah, they're pretty good ones also.
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
It's like the Finnish way of saying that it's never incredible or anything.
No.
It's okay. It's really okay. Things are not okay.
Yeah.
When they're really fine. Then it's okay. Okay. So in Brynäs, afterwards you went also to WHL. So for 1 year.
Yeah, I was. I think I was after my first year in under 20 in Brynäs. I was supposed to go over there. then COVID and everything happened. So I was waiting the whole year kind of to go over, but then it didn't happen. So then I played the last year in under 20 in Brynäs too, and then I went over there. It was no regrets there. It was one of the best things I've done in my life. It was a lot of fun, whole different life over there.
Why was it only one season?
It's like it's junior. You're until you're 20, and I was 20 when I went over there, so I couldn't play there any longer.
But did you have any other possibilities go up to?
Do you mean like to play professional over there? Nothing. Nothing concrete. I don't think. I think there was. I don't remember having anything like that. Maybe some East Coast thing, but nothing more than that.
How was it? How is the series? What kind of series is it? It's the junior players, but what is the level there if you compare to, for example, the Finnish or Swedish or?
Yeah, I think Liga and SHL are definitely better. But I think it's actually a really good league. I think some players. You're playing this probably could easily do a good job here. Then obviously the lower teams they're not that good. I mean you can play 16-year-olds till 20-year-olds, so it's a big difference on the players there, I would say.
Do you get paid there or?
Yeah, I mean you get free house and everything, and then I think you get like 250 euros a month or something. So not really paid, but you get a little bit of compensation, yeah.
Yeah, but what comes to get a free house? Did you have this with 6 guys and a big house? Not partying, of course. But
no. I wish that would be a lot of fun, but no, you're living with a family. So they take you in. They have like a spare room, and then they cook for you, and they basically do everything for you, and you just go there and play hockey and live your life, kind of. It's pretty nice.
What kind of family did you have there?
I really enjoyed. I had 2, I think, middle-aged couple. Super nice. Really enjoyed them. Still have contact with them today, and yeah.
Okay.
We mentioned before that Daniel, of course, has been drafted to the NHL. You both have been drafted to the NHL. What kind of memories do you have from the draft day?
I mean, with the COVID year, I was drafted, so I was just at home. I mean, I had like a dinner with my family and agent, but I mean, it was really fun. You didn't really like. You don't really know if you're gonna be drafted or not. So it's like kind of nervous, just sitting there. You don't know what's gonna happen or anything. And then obviously when you see your name up there, it's really fun. Kind of makes you proud because all the work you've done is. I mean, you're doing something right when you come there. So it's just fun.
How about Victor? I saw a podcast. You said that you were watching the draft home and almost falling asleep. How easy was it to fall asleep again after you heard your name?
Yeah, no. I mean, I went into that night. I was hoping to get drafted, but I didn't expect it, and then was to the later rounds. I was just laying in bed, I think, and I was kind of swooning out. And then I saw my name. I was like, "Oh my god, what was that?" Yeah, and then the phone calls came and everything, and yeah, it was a hard. I think I stayed awake for 3 more hours after that. I was pretty tired. Had practice the next day, so.
Did you have to like double check that you heard right?
Yeah, I was like, because I think in the later rounds they were doing some other stuff too, and then your name just popped up there, and I was like, okay, yeah, maybe there's some other Viktor Persson that I haven't heard about. Or
how did it go? Which team drafted you?
Vancouver.
So have you been in contact with the Vancouver?
I was over there, I think 3 times. First at the main camp and everything, when you get to play against all the NHL players, and it was such a cool experience. I mean, I think my first day there, I was just walking around, and then the Sedin twins came and like introduced himself. And I was like, oh my God, where am I? It's like it's way different from back home, kind of.
The Sedin brothers were there.
Yeah. They were just like, hi, how are you? I was like, good.
If we talk a little more about the COVID years, Daniel, you played at one World Juniors during then, and if I remember correctly, it was a bit of a hassle. They rescheduled the tournament and so on. So what kind of memories do you have of that?
Yeah, it were some busy days there. I mean, we had a game one day, and then we had like a day off, and then we were supposed to play against US. And I just remember like some rumors like in the team and stuff like that. They say like US had like three cases of like COVID or something. And then I just heard something like more teams were getting like COVID and all that shit. So, and then like, I think it was the same morning we were supposed to play US. They kind of canceled the whole tournament. So we didn't like, everyone was just like, what's going on now? Like, what's gonna happen? Or no one knew anything. It was just like we were just walking around there and didn't know anything. But then we were just getting. I mean, we packed all our stuff and then went back. So I celebrated New Year's in an airplane from Munich to Gothenburg. Maybe not the best one, but I was back in Sweden, so it was nice. So I mean, it was a weird tournament, and then of course when we hear that we'll play again in August the next year, it's a special feeling, and you didn't realize it was like we're gonna play in August, like midsummer, and you were doing like your off ice work and all that shit with, I mean, your team and everything like that, and then you were just like supposed to leave and go play a tournament for maybe the biggest one in your career. So it was a weird time there. Yeah.
It was like a bubble they needed to have in Canada back then, and if I remember correctly and understood correctly, the hotel, it maybe wasn't so much a bubble. There were other people
it was
also.
Not. There were weddings and I don't know what was in there, but I remember we had some couple weddings at the same hotel we were at staying, and I wouldn't say it was a bubble, that's for sure.
But when they played in August again, pretty bitter way to go to the bronze game. You lost to Finland in the semifinals.
Yeah, it was a tough game. I mean, it's always tough games when you're getting up to like the playoffs in World Juniors and stuff like that. And I mean, Finland had a good team, and I just remember it was like 1-0 or 2-1 goals or whatever it was.
1-0.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a tough game, and I mean, it was one of the most funnest tournaments I played. So I mean, even if we lost that game and eventually won the bronze game, there was pretty good.
So what, as you said, that the tournament was good from your side, from your personal side. How does it go after that? Did you go directly to Manitoba or?
I mean, I went back to Sweden for 1.5 weeks and then flew over again, and then we did all the camp, like the main camp and rookie camp and stuff like that, and then I stayed there for 2.5 years. Now I'm here.
Yeah.
We mentioned that you lost to Finland in the semifinals. If we think overall, Finland, Sweden, little brother, big brother, how do you see the situation and the rivalry between these two countries?
I mean, I kind of like it. Just like, I don't know, you just feel like in sports, it's always like Sweden against Finland and the opposite way. But it's always nice to to play those games when you know like it give you something extra when you're playing those games, and it just makes it more fun.
But do the Swedish see it totally the same way? Because, for example, we won a couple of times Sweden in the World Championships, and after that, I'm working in a Swedish company. The guys in our company just they made some shirts with the 5-1 or 6-1, what was it? Yeah. So they gave to our Swedish colleagues those. Is it? I've never seen the Swedish are doing the same back.
No, it's fun. I don't know if it's just in hockey, but it's not the same thing to play against like Norway or Denmark as it is to play against Finland. It's something special, something different, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's bigger for Finns or if it's maybe I don't know. I know you Finnish people love beating Sweden though.
Yeah,
maybe more than Swedes love beating Finns. I don't know that, but.
And there is also a culture after Finland beats Sweden to go see the media in Sweden and see all the headlines like perkele and stuff like that, and you get so much joy from that.
So how did you come here? If you're talking about Viktor, so you were away for one season, and now on this season was 11 games in Brynäs, and of that you're here in Jyväskylä. How did you end up here?
No, like obviously I didn't play anything last year. I was out with an injury, and I just went the whole summer like, maybe I'll play this year. I didn't know if I could play. And then I started practicing with a Division 2 team back home in Sweden, and I practiced with them for 2 weeks, and then one day the Brynäs GM just called me. Hey, I heard you're practicing with them. Why don't you come practice with us instead and see if we can do something? And then I practiced with them. I think it went pretty good. He asked me if I wanted to play a expedition game. I said sure. I mean, why not? I have nothing else to do. And then I signed a 7-week contract with Brynäs, and then when that was about to end, I kind of figured that I needed to play, and I didn't feel like I had maybe the best position there to play. And then JYP was interested, and I had to talk to Johan, and then just went over here kind of.
You've of course had your fair share of injuries in the last couple of years. What kind of setbacks have they been?
No, I mean, I think first year in Finland here, I did the surgery, and then everything went fine. I played, came back for my second year. I played 2 periods on my first game back, and then I don't know, I just got like nausea and like lost balance and got a headache, and then that just kept going for the full last year, and then I don't know, somehow it just got better during the summer, and then could play again, kind of.
They always say that you come back stronger and you've learned something from those kind of things. What have you learned from your injuries?
I think for me it's just been when you kind of feel like you're losing something. I kind of felt like I lost hockey last year. Then I didn't know if I was going to be able to play. And then now when I'm able to play, I think I've gained just so much joy and appreciation from just being able to skate out in front of the fans and just practice every day, like living this life that I want to live. I mean, it's a dream still.
Did you have some kind of backup plan last summer when you were not sure about what was about to come?
I probably should have, but no. Obviously, I went from May to, I think, beginning of September with no contract, nothing. Didn't really know anything, but no, I knew I had kind of until end of September maybe. Then I might have to start thinking about taking a normal job maybe. But yeah, fortunately that didn't happen. So
was your agent looking for a team for you all the time, or?
Yeah, but if you think about it, who wants to have a guy who's might be able to play? So yeah, it worked out great for me, and I'm super grateful for him sticking with me in this situation too. I know it's probably not the easiest one finding a job for a guy who hasn't played.
But were you able to train at all?
Yeah, I had a full summer with. I could work out fully. It's just the ice stuff. When I went on the ice, it was just so much going on. And then I got like a headache end of last season, but not anymore. So
now, when you're coming back now, there's a tradition that you pick the pink visor. So is it going to be a pink visor also for you?
I mean, I think it kind of looks pretty good. So even though I don't have a head injury, I might just.
And if you think about Juuso Vainio, and he did his last goal back in 2021, and now he scored 4.
Yeah,
so
I might have to do the pink visor now. Yeah, I think I have to.
It's very cool.
Yeah,
Pekka Jormak also has it.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good.
And I think didn't Nate also have it when he came back?
Now he's flying though.
Yeah, now it's maybe I don't know.
For a couple games.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I think I would want that visor. I like it.
I have to get one of those beer league also. So the other guys are totally jealous of that.
Yeah, you should get some other color too, maybe black or orange or whatever.
That's great, that shading one.
Yeah.
So kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
How about Daniel? We've of course talked a little bit about Manitoba. You were there for the last few years. What kind of experience was it in Manitoba?
It was great. Learned so much about like living by your own. I mean, with me, I had a couple of Swedes there. My girlfriend was there with me, but I mean, it's not the same like live by yourself like in Sweden. So I mean, it was a big step to go over there and play, and you learn like so much. Just take care of yourself. I mean, I think you can't just call your parents and ask them like, can you come over and help me with whatever. You kind of need to figure out by yourself. And I think that helped me a lot with just growing as a person. And then, of course, it makes it easier if you have some Swedes with you. You can just talk Swedish. We were like the last couple weeks, and before I left, we were like six players from Sweden. So we were a good group of Swedes, and I mean it was a fun time there. I really enjoyed it.
You mentioned it. There was some Swedes there, but there were also some Finns, and of course some who have played here in Jyväskylä, Brad Lambert and Henri Nikkanen. What kind of memories do you have from the Finns from the Manitoba time?
I mean, good. They're nice persons. I mean, me and Nikkanen came at the same time, and left same time too, pretty much. He left a couple of weeks before me, but they're nice guys. They're good hockey players, and I mean, I think that's all you need to be. Like a good guy and good hockey player, then you're fine.
How would we have heard many stories about AHL? So how would you describe it?
I mean, it's a tough league. I mean, you have some players that are really skilled and really good. I can easily fit in like an NHL team, but then you have like the less good players. They're just there for like fighting and just skating around there and just doing their own shit, kind of. So it's a tough league to play for sure. And the games are, you need to be like alert on the game. You need to be like on your edge every time you step out there. But it's really fun to play. Especially goes much faster with the smaller rink and everything. So I really enjoyed it, even if that was a tough league.
So
Oskari Salminen was on this podcast also some time ago, and he said that there were some guys that went to the bar and played next day. Is that something you saw in Manitoba?
Yeah, of course there were guys that... I was not one of those, but... No, but of course there are players that they just separate the life outside of hockey and on the ice. So of course there were guys that were going out before games, but I mean they were maybe not the best the day after, but they were still I don't know, there's another culture over there, so they just dig in and do their job, even if they're hangover or not.
how is it? Which line did you play in? Because here in Jyväskylä you're on the top two lines, so they're basically on the first one. So how does it go there in AHL?
I was a fourth line player there. Didn't play that much. Played like maybe all from like 8 minutes up to 13. Depends on how I played. And sometimes I was scratch. I mean, the last couple of months I was like playing 1 or 2 games, and then I was out for 2 games, and then just back and forth. Of course, that takes a lot of like energy and takes away the motivation to play. So I think that was kind of one of the weird thing why I want to like come over here again and just get back to love of hockey and just get back like the confidence and get the minutes on the ice. I mean, I'm still pretty young, so just want to like love to play hockey again, and I'll say I do that now.
So how did you end up here? How did the story go? Because we are quite glad that you came.
I mean, it was. I think it was 2 days before Christmas. I was kind of talking to my agent back and forth, like what should we do? Like, should I stay here or what's the plan, kind of? And then Johan called me and like asked, like, I heard you think about like coming back to Europe, and how are you thinking about coming to JYP and play here with us? And we had a chat for like half an hour, and it felt pretty good. And I was kind of just going on my gut feeling, and it felt pretty good. And yeah, now I'm sitting here after.
I think he said that yeah, he's still the same guy I saw in Sweden, but now he's version 2.0. Or was it something like that? He said, yeah. So so how was the transition from the small rink to bigger rink? And if you were playing for 8 minutes in a couple of games and then sitting in the sitting on benches, so how was it? Now you're playing about 20.
I mean, it's a big difference. The biggest difference for me was I need to eat more to get the energy. For me, like the first couple of weeks, it was kind of tough to me to like get all the food in. So I think that was a big step for me, and like just start to eat more and to get the energy on the ice. And I mean, of course, it's a different hockey if you compare Finland and US. I mean, with smaller ice, and everything happens so quick over there. Here it's kind of like you want to have the position on the puck and not just going straight north. You kind of like have the control of the puck every time. So it's been like the first couple of games I was kind of lost sometimes, but it's been better and better.
You mean lost means
Lost means 4 points, or 4 games, 9 points.
I was kind of lost in my head. I didn't know where to go.
I still lost, or can we say something more in the playoffs?
Yeah, we expect more from you.
You've set the boundary pretty high right now.
I think Lassila should be aware, but without the goal with goal helmet. So.
No, just the system plays. Sometimes just felt I was skating around, didn't know what to do.
You both had some teammates here before you came from your previous teams. Did you have contact with Nate? How is it here? Or did Daniel talk with Oskari?
No, not really. I mean, everything happened so fast for me. I talked to you on like 2 days before Christmas, and the day after Christmas I signed the contract. So everything happened so fast, so I didn't have like any time to like talk to someone or anything like that.
I didn't really talk to. I think Sammy was the guy I talked to, even though I haven't played with him. He just reached out to me when he heard I might be coming, and then we kind of talked more. So I didn't talk to Ertzi or Nate before.
So how did it go with you? So was it a couple of days and then boom?
Kinda, yeah. I think we had the whole situation of I was still under contract with Brynäs for another, I think, 2 weeks. So we had to figure that part out too, on how to terminate that early, and so I think it was a little bit longer process for me, but I honestly didn't have too much time to think about JYP. I just had that Brynäs situation to figure out first, kind of.
So we heard that you were lost for the first few games, scoring a lot of points. Did it surprise how well you got started with the new team?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I don't know how many. I don't remember how many games I played the first half of the year in Manitoba, but I had 0 points, and I mean last year I was struggling too. So it was really nice to come here and get some points right away. That builds some confidence to you as a player, and it was just fun to do some points. I don't try to think about it too much because I know if I want to do points, then you still need to do like the hard work. I'm not like a skill guy like Nate or player like that. I'm more of a grinder, doing the hard work, and then get some points out of that.
How do you think? Did you have, and when you were discussing with Johan, did he say that they are looking for a guy for the two first lineups?
Yeah, he said that I was supposed to be like top 6 players, and that was kind of the role I wanna have. So, I mean, that was of course one of the things. Like I was supposed to play a lot of minutes, power play, box play, and yeah.
So, and I think quite. I think you have quite a good settlement here with Nathan and Juuso.
Yeah, I mean, we had like one full practice together before my first game, and it's since that just been better and better. I think we kind of think the same way, how we want to play, and then we just kind of reading out each other out there on the ice. So I think we've been doing really good together, and yeah.
Did you when you were playing only 8 minutes? So did you had to think about the role when you came here because they promised you the top 6?
No, not really. I'm just trying to play my game. I mean, you never know how much you're gonna play. I mean, you need to earn the minutes. So I'm just trying to do my job and do as good as possible. play hard and going attack the net kind of. So I don't think about it too much.
What about you, Victor? You had a Swedish tag team in the autumn with I think it was with Jonsson, Samuel.
Yeah.
You play with him. So what kind of discussions have you had with the coaches now? That what's his role going to be? Jonsson is away.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think he got injured before me, and then I haven't really talked anything to the coach. I think I got injured like 3-4 games after him.
Yeah.
I play with Peltola those games, but yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see when I'm healthy again and see where I end up. I think all the Ds have been playing great now, and to keep playing like that, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. We heard from Pettinen last time that there needs to be some minutes taken off from Teemu Eronen because he's playing a lot every day. Are you going for that and saying that I'm going to take care of it?
I don't know. He's been
Stay
playing.
There, son.
Yeah. He's been playing, I don't know, some games you look at it and he's been like 27 minutes and you're like, played 16, 17 and you're like, and then, so like, yeah, I think probably a good thing if we spread out the minutes a little bit for Mercy and let him have his rest too.
There's going to be some good competition also among the defensemen because the top 7 is going to be. It's now because there are not so many injured players anymore.
No, I think it's only right now. I think it's only me and Sammy is not coming back. So I guess I'm the only guy coming back from injury. So yeah, it would be. I mean, competition is good. I think it makes everyone stay on your toes and doing a little bit extra work. So I think it's healthy to have competition in practice too.
Have you seen a rise in the level of competition in practice or so on during the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think actually when I got here, I think there is some really intense practices you are doing. I was pretty surprised when my first practice here we did like start off with a 2-on-1 drill and I was like, what's going on? I'm still on the plane kind of. But you know, I think competition has never been a problem here. I think we're always competing every day, which is just really good. That's what we need. If we compete every day, I think we will all get better. That's the kind of the end goal for everyone.
You've been here a bit longer than Daniel. You were here for the bad times, if we can say that, for the fall when the results wasn't coming, and now they're coming, and the team seems to be on a roll. Have you seen a change in the locker room, in the mindset, or something like that?
I guess you can say a little bit. I think always when you're winning, it's a lot easier. Everyone has a smile on their face when they come to the rink. But I still think, even though during the tougher times, I still think Johan made a clear point of be patient, and I think we've been patient, even though the result and our playing hasn't been that great. I think we stuck with it, and now the results are kind of here, hopefully.
I'm still thinking here that what made the difference, because it's the new year, new me has happened totally with the team. Yeah.
I interviewed Teemu Eronen after the last game, and he said our playoff starts right now, and after that it's been a pretty big difference also on the ice.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone in the team wants to go to the playoffs, and you can't just like put a bottom on like now it's playoff. You kind of need to like work it in, and I would say that's what we have been doing for the last couple of weeks here. I mean, everyone is the first. I would usually like put like the season into like 3 different groups. Like first group is like the start. Everyone's want to be like top, get a good position, and then it's kind of the Christmas, and then like the level rises again because you need to like you want to be in the playoff spot, and then the third level is like that's when the playoff starts, and then every team is just rising there like once again. So you kind of like need to follow those steps. And I think we've been doing a great job with like we really do want to be like in the playoffs, and I think I would say you can see it on a team like when we're playing for each other, and we really do we're playing for the team to win.
How about Victor? If we think about the changes during the season, what are the main things you've seen?
No, I think it's just...
Or is it just about being patient?
I think new coach before the season, I mean, obviously it's gonna... I think every team in this league has a little bit of time to set their system. Everyone understands what to do in these situations. And I think it just took us a little while to like understand everything, and mostly patient, I would say. I don't see any magic happening. It's just hard work and follow the system kind of, and then good things will happen.
Yeah. I mean, you can't change everything just overnight.
No.
But it also talks a lot about the group going through all that adversity and then coming back and starting to win those games. And of course, many people have been full of praise for the leadership group in your team.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always good to have a little bit of adversity. I don't think it's during the tough times you come together and form a stronger group. So I think it might be a little bit too much this year, but yeah, I don't see it as a bad thing to have a little bit of a bumpy road.
No, I mean every team goes through it. Yeah. Someone's just had a longer period than others.
Yeah. Kiekko Espoo had a really good autumn. They were there, and now they're going down, and the JYP is going up. So
yeah,
pretty much it's a vice versa situation. Yeah. How about 3 games on this week, back to back with Kalpa, and tomorrow in Tampere, Ilves. Your thoughts?
I think it's gonna be a tough week for us. I mean, feels like every time we have been winning a game, the team under us have been winning games too. So I think we need to just keep up the pace and doing the hard work. Even if we're playing against top teams in the league, we kind of know that we are a good team, and we know how to beat those teams too.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching from the stands now, and I think the last few games we've been really, even though we haven't, maybe the playing hasn't been like the best, we've still worked, and I mean, we beat Ilves at home last time, and I think Kalpa, obviously big rivalry here. It gives you don't need extra motivation for those games. I think it's just go out and play and let your emotions go through your body, I think. And I think the guys said it's been pretty good results against Kalpa this year too, I think. So, yeah, should be an interesting week.
Yeah, I was going to ask, your first games here were against Kalpa, and there is that rivalry between the teams. So did you feel it on the ice that there is some kind of a special rivalry?
Sweden against Finland.
Maybe. Yeah, no, but like I think especially when the guys tell you before, it's like, oh yeah, this is a big thing. I mean, there's extra people coming to the rink. There is, it's just some extra emotions on the ice, and it's a lot of fun to play those games. And yeah, I think it's gonna be fun for you, Torgi, to find that out.
I think the situation in the league has been a little bit hilarious when you think about that. The first 4 teams have been losing now quite a lot for the last 4 teams.
Yeah.
So it's going that I think what is the situation now? It's in 6 points. There are how many teams?
I don't even remember what the standings is. It's really tight right now.
Yeah, I mean that's the fun part of it. Yeah. I mean, you win 1 game and then you're up in a good position, and if you lose like 2, you're in the relegation spot. So it's I mean, everything's going so quick, and I think that's one of the things why I love hockey, because everything can change so fast.
How is it? What we are going to see from you, Victor?
What do you mean?
What are we going to see from you for the remaining season on the remaining season?
A lot of excitement getting back. I think. No, just I just try to work hard, try to use my feet as much as I can, and support the guys. I think maybe not the biggest point guy, but hopefully bring something to the table.
So pink visor and being lost in
Maybe
your
I'll
head.
try the orange visor or something.
Go with the pink because you can rely on use of Vine.
Yeah, I want to be like
good
JYPin.
example.
I want to see some slap shots too.
Yeah. I'll do like JYPin.
So I think it's time for the listener questions.
Yeah.
We have some questions for you from our listeners. First of all, we're going to Sweden. Köttbullar eller surströmming?
Köttbullar.
Oh,
Pretty easy.
köttbullar.
I think surströmming is pretty.
Never tried.
No, never tried it. It's just
Never tried it.
I know the smell.
Yeah.
I don't even know the smell. I've just heard.
No, I know köttbullar smells better than surströmming.
I was quite heavily drunk when I tried it, but it's
Yeah.
Then there is best things in Finland compared to Sweden and vice versa.
Ooh. One thing I really like about Finland is the grocery stores here. They are like the Prisma.
yeah.
You walk in there and there's a TV section, and then you can buy meat from like the butcher. We don't really have that in
No.
Not in the
Sweden.
local ICA.
No, it's like it's huge here. I don't know. You can spend a whole day at Prisma kind of.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fresh too. That's nice. Yeah.
And then I guess bad thing. What's better?
So cold.
Falukorv.
Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah. There's
What?
a falukorv.
A falukorva.
Yeah, do you know what that is?
Yeah.
You guys don't have
The
that here.
sausage,
It's, It's one of the easiest lunches you can make at home.
Yeah, no.
It's so good. Too.
Yeah.
No. Well, I think you have I think you have had it in Hurrikaani, the Finnish sausage called Håkon sininen lenkki. You make it in oven and put some cheese on it.
Is it like the
Sausage.
Yeah.
Sausage, yeah.
Oh yeah, I've had them. Yeah.
It's like a baby feet.
Yeah, it's not like falukorv though. Nothing beats that. No.
Okay.
If we talk about Finland, of course we have to talk about sauna. How big sauna guys are you?
I've become a big sauna guy.
We were at the sauna place. Me, Torge, and Nate, and a few Finnish guys, and it was fine when we had the control over the heating. Then the Finnish guys were coming in and they started pouring a lot of water on the.
Now we show what it's all about.
Torge had his face under the door, he's trying to breathe. And it's like,
Yeah, it was a tough time for me there.
Have been ice swimming. Ice swimming in the.
I tried it once, but it was quick one.
it's too cold.
Yeah. Kind of like the hot tubs.
Yeah, I like the hot tubs more.
Next question. What is best place in Jyväskylä to fiikka?
Ooh.
I've only been to Espresso House once.
Yeah, same. I don't think I've been to some place other, but I have no idea what the name are. So I guess let's say
Oh, I
Espresso
kind of
House
like
too.
Arnold's.
Oh, Arnold's is. Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
great donuts.
Great
Yeah.
donuts, bagels too.
Then there's a question for Victor. 3 years since your last goal. How are you gonna celebrate when the goal comes?
Yeah, I don't even.
Take off the big visor.
Yeah, I'll just throw my gloves in the stands and no, I don't know. It's been a while, so I guess I'll just make something up on the fly if I score.
I want to see the one Nate did. Like
The pump?
gliding on your knees,
Yeah,
just all over the ice.
yeah, yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, since it's been 3 years, I mean, you can do anything.
Then there's also a question for Daniel. The fan group Hurrikaanin Sydän, they have decided to adopt you. Is it okay with you?
I don't know. Yeah, it's okay.
Get the adoption papers ready.
So there it's decided. Okay, I think that's all.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ja ihan kohta jatketaan vielä pieni hetki Hurrikaanin Pyörteissä. Näin on haastateltu 2 ruotsalaista, Viktor Persson ja Daniel Torgersson tähän kohtaan. Ja varmaan voitaisiin Heikki sanoa, että siinä oli viksuja ja vilmaattisia JYPin pelaajia.
Fiksuja ja filmaattisia. Molemmat oli siinä ja mä ajattelin alkuun, että tuleekohan tästä semmoinen, että pojat vähän jännittää tätä hommaa. Mutta varsinkin Torgersson ei ehkä niin puhelias ole, kun häntä on koettanut vähän haastella tuossa ja kysellä, niin aika semmoisia yksitirtaisia vastauksia tulee. Mutta nyt kun oli Perssonin vieressä, joka pikkusen pumppasi siinä renkaita sivussa, niin mä saatiin oikein hyvää tavaraa sitä pojilta ulos.
Joo, ja siis kyllä niinku täytyy ihan arvostaa tätä kommenttia, että oli vähän hukassa. Toki tarkensi, että vähän hukassa ehkä ajatustensa kanssa, mutta siis hukassa oli ja pääsi heti iskemään 4 pistettä ja siinä oli sitten Perssonillakin aika hauskaa vieressä.
niin se samaan tartuttiin samaan aikaan, siis niin, että mitä voi sitten ottaa siinä vaiheessa, kun et ole hukassa niin paljon, mutta onhan se varmaan oikeasti, en mä tajunnut, että kun että siellä on pelattu siellä AHL:ssä, kun mä ajattelin kuitenkin, että kun Winnipegin leirillä oli ollut ja muuta, että siinä olisi niin tarjolla ollut paikkaa. Mutta ei siellä sitten ollutkaan. Että 8 minuuttia perissä ja joutunut istumaan megapuukossa eli katsomossa, niin on se aika sillä tavalla niin varmasti on ressa vai sitten kun tuut ison kaukaloon, joutuu vähän vielä luistelemaan pikkusen enemmän. Isokoinen kaveri. Niin eihän se ollut, eikö se ollut ensimmäisessä erässä, niin tai ensimmäisessä pelissä, niin eihän hirveän kauan kerran mennä, kun se maali ammuttiin. 2-3 kertaa pääsi yrittämään, olisiko se 3. vai 2. mennyt sitten maaliin siitä.
Näin se on, ja siis sitä aika paljon varmaan ihmiset katteli niitä tilastoja niin kuin viime kausilta, että minkälainen mies sieltä nyt oikein on tulossa, ja sitten ihmeteltiin, että onko tämä nyt vahvistus vai eikö ole, mutta ehkä semmoinen oikein klassisia ja paras esimerkki siitä, että ehkä se pelkkä teksti-tv-skouttaaminen ei aina ihan kannattavaa on, mihin totta kai myöskin itse syyllistyy. Ja
samaa jo täällä, että kun mä taisin viime jaksossa sanoa, niin mä mietin sitä, että tulee iso 109-senttinen, melkein 100-kiloinen ukko tänne näin, ja luistimilla, niin siinähän voit juontaa suoraan ne tämmöiset legendaariset kommentit. Ei se varmaan se jalka riitä mihinkään. Ja varmaan hyvä vääntämään kulmissa, mutta voi olla sellainen dieselhevonen, joka vetää siellä niinku eteenpäin. Niin luistihan liikkuu erittäin hyvin ja sitten kaksinkappailusta ollut puhetta, niin on tuonut siihen snarrin ketjuun nyt sen puuttuvan palaseen. Ja niillähän näyttää kyllä todella hyvältä se meno siinä. Ja siinä on sitten kolmas lenkki, on uudesti syntynyt pieni vauva.
Niin se on, ja tästä tajuttiin vähän viime jaksossakin jo puhua, että kun JYPissä alkaa pikkuhiljaa semmoinen tilanne muotoutumaan, että joka ketjussa on tietysti 3 pelaajaa, mutta jokaisella pelaajalla on vieressä 2 pelaajaa, jotka menee niin pirun kovaa, niin kyllä se itsekin potkii sitten takamukselle pistämään vähän lisää dieseliä liikkeelle. Kyllä,
ja sitten tässä me ollaan tällä hetkellä JYPissä on semmoinen tilanne, että esimerkiksi kun sairauslupa rupeaa tyhjenemään tuossa, ja toi Jorehan sanoi siellä yläkerrassa, kun haastatteli häntä, mä en sitä sun haastista kuullut sitä, mikä radioon meni, mutta mulle se sanoi siinä, että kun sillä Hurrikaanissa keskusteltiin, että hän ei välttämättä pelaa kaikkia pelejä, että hän pelaa sitten sillä tavalla, että tulee niitä huileja, että sitten saa että ajetaan hiljalleen kohti pitkää kevättä kaveria sisään, niin okei, Jore kuuluu siihen kokoonpanoon ihan varmasti ja Pertulle oli tälle kaudelle se sentterin paikka tarjolla, mutta nyt alkaa olla ylitarjontaa hyökkäistä, että mistä me löydetään Pertullekin semmoinen sopiva kolo, että se aiheuttaa semmoisen positiivisen kilpailutilanteen siihen. Mutta kyllä nyt on tarjontaa alkaa sinne hyökkäyspäähän varsinkin olemaan kohtuullisen hyvin.
Niin tuossa jos ajatellaan Mikko Perttu, Pekka Jormakka, mutta siihen päälle vielä Tuukka Tieksola. Kaikki tämmöisiä pelaajia, jotka käytännössä vaatii sen kärkiketjujen rooli, että heistä se paras irti saadaan, mutta paikkoja on aika rajatusti tarjolla.
Niin ja sitten kun kyllä se nyt on käynyt selväksi, mä jossain vaiheessa mietin, että olisiko Perttu sellainen juonikas laituri, mutta ei mun mielestä ole, että se vaatii sen sentterin paikan ja sitten se on semmoinen top 6 sentteri. Semmoinen klassinen sentterityyppi sitten kun rupeaa katsoa oikeasti sitä sentteripeliä, mitä hän on pelannut. No, ketäs siellä on sitten heidettävä pois siitä Vex pois, niin siinä on tarjolla Lassila ja Snarri. Niin on joutuu käymään pieni jumppatuokio siinä, että siihen pystyy, varmasti kyllä pystyy ja siihen on edellytykset olemassa, mutta ainakin tällä hetkellä niin on kyllä väistämättä niin vähän on matkaa vielä noihin kavereihin.
Niin, jos viime viikkoa ajatellaan vähän sen, niin varmaan ehkä se semmoinen tietyllä tapaa iso juttu hyökkäyspelillisesti oli, että aiemmin puhuttiin siitä, että oli 2 kovaa ketjua, mutta nyt voi sanoa kyllä, että oli 3 aika pirun kovaa ketjua, kun muotoutui tämä Huovila, Mäkinen, Dosti-kolmikko vielä, missä voidaan sanoa, että Dosti varmaan pelasi kauden parasta lätkäänsä myöskin.
Joo, Dosti pelasi kauden parasta lätkää ja vähän ajattelin alkuun siinä niin kuin vanha pessimisti ja tämmöisen vaajakoskelaisen sähkömiehen poika, joka vähän negatiivisesti lähtee välillä aina näitä asioita viemään eteenpäin. Mä ajattelin, että Huovila laitetaan 3. ketju. Mitä Huovila tekee nyt tässä niin kutsusta 3. ketjussa? No Huovilahan pelasi siinä todella hyvin ja löyti Dostieta, rupesi löytymään siitä ja muuta ja sitten tuli, niin mä siitä kanssa ihan saman päälle. Mä menisin sulle laittaa itse asiassa viestiä, että nyt jos meillä on tässä on 3 ensimmäisen sedimentit niin kuin löytynä läjään siihen ja 4. parin minuutin vaihoilla pystyy vielä niin Aliranta ja kumpparit blokkaamaan laitauksia ja pelaamaan alivoimaa. Niin tässä alkaa niin kuin olemaan kohta semmoinen niin kuin roolituskin sen verran kohdalla, että mihin me ruvetaan oikeasti, että mihin me laitetaan ketään. Ja nyt se Dostie, niin tämä on mulle ollut niin kuin tosissaan, hänhän on täys mysteeri siinä, että siellä joskus surffailee, onhan se näyttävän näköistä menoa ollut, mutta kun se ei ole niin kuin hyvä liikkumaan. Mutta nyt mä oon ajatellut silleen, että tämä ei saa niin kuin aikaa, että tässä on näyttävyyttä olevassa ja kaikkea mahdollista, että kaikki taidot on olemassa siellä. Ja oliko se Huovilla sitten se puuttuva palanen siihen, joka toisen rauhallisuuden ja Dostie hakee paikkaa, liikkuu ihan hemmetin hyvin just niillä oikealla paikalla. Äskehän tässä näin Torgerssoni sanoi sitä, että heille on sanottu, että liiku metri toiseen suuntaan, 2 metriä toiseen suuntaan, niin se muuttuu täysin se hyökkäyspään pelaaminen. No mitä Dostie on tehnyt? Dostie on ollut täysin oikealla paikalla tässä ja siinä kun Huovila on päässyt laittaa lapaan, niin tästä on syntynyt oikein loistava kombinaatio, plus sitten Dostie on 2 ylivoimassakin.
Niin ja siis tuossa noin tietysti myöskin Otto Mäkinenkin esitteli omia syöttörepertuaareja, varsinkin tietysti Ässiä vastaan, että jos sä äsken sanoit siitä, että kärkiketjuissa on Neitschnar ja Jere Lassila tällä hetkellä, niin ei se Otto Mäkinenkään ihan semmoinen ilmaisiksi paikastaan luopuva 3-sentteri tässä.
No tässähän tapahtuu semmoinen tämmöisen normaali hokifanin kannalta se, että kun me katsotaan niitä 2 ensimmäistä ketjua koko ajan, seurataan sitä, mitä se Snara tekee, mitä se Torgerssoni tekee, mitä Lassila tekee kultapotta päässä ja pelaako eroinen puoli tuntia vai vähän yli. Niin me unohdetaan sitten se 3. ja 4. kokonaan ja nyt sitten kun Mäkinen on ollut siellä, Mäkiseltähän ei tule semmoisia huonoja pelejä. Mäkinenhän pelaa aina sillä tietyllä tasolla se koko otteluajan ja nyt Mäkinen sitten vielä laittaa pientä passia sieltä, niin tosissaan. Tämä näyttää, että pitkä kevät on tulossa.
Niin jos hyökkäystä vähän nyt ajatellaan, sehän on aina niinku faneilla ja medialla ja vähän kaikilla tuntuu olevan, että tohon pitäisi saada semmonen pelaaja ja tohon pitäisi saada semmonen pelaaja ja itsekin ehkä semmoiseen fantasy-draftaamiseen joskus vähän sortunut. Mutta alkaako tässä ehkä enemmän olemaan jopa semmonen tilanne, että JYPistä voisi ajatella hyökkäyksessä oleva enemmänkin liikennettä ulospäin kuin sisäänpäin?
No sä sanoit ton, koska nythän meillä on siellä hyvin pelannut Patrik Siikanen. On tällä hetkellä loukissa day by day 3 viikkoa. Sitten siellä on tosissaan Perttu on tällä hetkellä tullut takaisin. Siellä on Jore olemassa. Niin kyllä tässä nyt on vähän semmoinen tilanne mun mielestä, että siellä kannattaa joidenkin ruveta kohta katselemaan muualle tai heidän agenttiensa, että soittelemaan muihin seuroihin. Koska kyllähän nyt niin kuin esimerkiksi mun tilanteessa Perttu varmasti tappelee sitä pelipaikasta. Mutta se kun sulla on voittava joukkue ja voittavat kentät, toimivat kentät ollut siinä, niin ei sitä hajottamisen ilosta kannata lähteä hajottamaan sitä porukkaa. Sitten se rotaatio tulee johonkin sinne 4. kenttään ja sitten kun se rotaatio, tai tietysti voi olla joku kipeänä, mutta se rotaatio tulee just sinne niihin alempiin ketjuihin. Sitten jos sä pelaat sitä, kun se on tottunut kuitenkin nämäkin pelaa, että nyt kun silloin kun ne on päässyt pelaamaan, niin ne on päässyt pelaamaan aika hyviäkin kohtuullisen hyviä minuutteja. Että kun Siikanenkin mättänyt hattutemppua tällä kaudella, niin siitä on ne on päässyt pelaamaan. Nyt kannattaa sitä ruveta etsimään jostain muualta sitä peliaikaa. Että kyllä musta vähän näyttää siltä, että tässä joutuu varmaan miettimään, että lähtisikö sitä hakemaan jostain muualta.
No tuossa kun noita pelaajia on kokoonpanoon tullut, on sitten kyse oikeastaan hyökkäjistä tai puolustajista, niin tuossa edellisessä haastattelussakin vähän sivuttu teema, eli vaaleanpunainen visiiri, siinä on jotakin taikaa ja se tuntuu päteeneen vähän pelaajaan kuin pelaajaan tällä kaudella. Joo,
mun mielestä se on täysin. Mä olin tänään nauroin itseksi, niin tuossa olisi vain niitä keikausta. Mä ehdotinkin sitä, että saman tien kun tulee loukkaantumisesta, niin vaaleanpunainen Oakley naamalla niin alkaa tapahtumaan, että Snarrikin siinä vähän aikaa harjoitteli sen vaaleanpunaisen kanssa, nyt rupesi lompsa heilumaan, että Hatullinen tuli ja edellisessä pelissä ja nyt sitten Jore tulee takaisin tuossa. Jorehan tulee kuumana takaisin, kun on vaaleanpunainen visiiri ja Vainio ei varmaan sen takia luopunut sitä vaaleanpunaista visiiristä, kun Lompsa hellut enemmän kuin 9 viime kaudella yhteensä. Että tosissaan niin jotenkin se, mua naurattaa se, mutta sitten niin jos miettii toisaalta, niin se on varmasti monen asian summa, että siinä on se, että kun tämä joukkueen hyvä ilme on tullut tähän esille ja ne tietyt asiat on niin kuin loksattanut kohdalle, se puolustuspeli näyttää mun mielestä hyvältä. Ja sitten kun aina tultiin, no viime pelissä varsinkin, tultiin aina maalin perästä tasoihin, niin se yrittäminen ei loppunut ja se usko siihen omaan tekemiseen ei loppunut missään vaiheessa. Ja kyllä sä näet sen kapteenista, milloin se niitä poikia harmittaa siellä. Että sitten jos eroni on pää alaspäin, niin silloin tietää, että sillä joukkueella ei mitään, mutta se on se ilme ihan erinäköinen kuin syksyllä. Tai itse asiassa siinä kuuluissa Tappara-pelissä, mikä kahdestaan istuttiin sillä tai tuolla ei Hartwallilla kuin tuossa Nokia-areenalla.
Niin ja siis varmaan voi ajatella, että tuo lauantainen IFK-pelihän oli aika semmoinen malliesimerkki siitä, että vaikka IFK siinä paljon piti kiekkoa, oli varmaan enemmän maalipaikkoja, oli enemmän laukauksia, mutta se kuitenkin se hallinta oli pitkälti aika lailla semmoista, että JYP jätti sitä tilaa sinne viivojen lähelle ja laitojen lähelle, missä IFK pääsi pyörimään, että vaikka sitä hallintaa sinällään oli, niin ei se semmoista aivan jatkuvaa niin kuin maalipaikkajuhlaa ollut, että pelkästään Oskari Salmisen piti JYPiä pitää pystyssä, millaista se ehkä välillä syksyllä oli, että se Salmisen rooli jäi aika paljon kuitenkin pienemmäksi, mitä monissa aiemmissa peleissä.
Joo, ja mun mielestä Salmiselle itse asiassa, jos mä ihan, en tiedä uskallanko sanoa tämä ääneen, mutta ehkä ne oli 2 maalia, oli semmoisia, jotka olisi ollut otettavissa siinä. Ainakin siinä yhdessä tippui pää saman tien alas, minkä se ampui, oliko Luke Martin, minkä ampui sieltä ihan viivalta, että siinä ei käytännössä kyllä minkäänlaista maskia ollut, mutta joskus sattuu huippumaalivaiheelle noita. Kyllä, joo, mun mielestä JYP, se on semmoista niin kuin kuuluisaa näennäistä hallintaa, mitä HIFK teki siinä, että noin se pitää puolustaa. Puolustaa sitä keskustaa sen verran hyvin sinne ja pidät kaverin pois maskista siihen, niin kyllä tuon tason maalivahti, kun Salminen ottaa ne kiinni siitä. Ja jos katsoo, mistä ne vedot tuli, niin nehän tuli sitä ihan viivon päältä. Että jos se kuuluu, ne meni sitten maaliin, niin no niitä joskus menee sinne maaliin, eihän sille voi yhtään mitään. Mutta mun mielestä kokonaisuudessaan tällä hetkellä se puolustuksen paketti pysyy siellä paikkaukset ja muut, niin ne toimii tosi hyvin. Ja mä väittäisin, että Pektisellä on kova, niin kuin, aika paljon ollut sanottavaa tähän asiaan, koska se mun mielestä näyttää jotenkin paljon solidimmalta ja semmoiselta niin kuin tasaisemmalta se koko puolustusrykmentti siellä.
Ja se taas heijastuu sitten siihen hyökkäyspelaamiseen, kun alla ei ole sitä 1,5 minuutin puolustamista sen jälkeen, kun hyökkäämään lähdetään.
No tämäpä juuri näin, ja sitten se, että kun nyt lähdetään silleen pystyyn maltillisesti, että ei lähdetä hönkyämään niin hirveäseen sumppuun koko ajan sinne, vaan sitten niin kuin maltetaan odottaa vähän, ja sitten jos se paikka on, niin kyllä sitten mennään. Mutta tällä hetkellä se mun mielestä viisikkopelikin näyttää siltä, että se näyttää ihan oikealta viisikkopeliltä. Että siinä olisi semmoista niinku, semmoinen ylimääräinen sählääminen ja alivoimaisesti hyökkäystä mun mielestä jäänyt kokonaan pois. Ja sitten tietenkin, kun tässä tulee tämmöisiä niitä kuuluisia kytkin pelaajia, niin kuin tuo Torgerssonin hyvällä esimerkillä, niin kyllä se oli ihaltavaa katsoa se, että kun mä jätetään kiekkoon päätyyn, niin se ottaa se ensimmäisen suojaa sillä laidan edessä, tulee 2 kaveria päälle suojaa edelleen ja sitten tulee Nate Snar sinne, joka liukuu sieltä semmoisella, mun mielestä Nate Snarilla mä en ole nähnyt koskaan vielä luistelemaan sen varmasti täysiä. Se on semmoista liukumista siellä, että hyvin rauhallisesti mies tulee sieltä, kaivaa sen kiekkoon ja sen jälkeen puustin ja ottaa sen metri, tekee semmoista metrialuetta siinä maaliessa näin ja mättää sitä raililta piiskalla sisään.
Oli itse hauska, että toit tämä asia esille, koska muistan itsekin pari kertaa miettineeni tuossa Nationarin luistelua, että siitä on tullut välillä mieleen Evgeni Malkkin joskus muinoin, kun tuntui, että hän otti viimeiset luistinpotkut oikeasti omalla siniviivalla ja siitä vaan liukui eteenpäin ja silti oli kohta kiekkomaalissa.
Niin ja sitten niin kuin joku mietit jotain Erik Karlssonia, niin mun mielestä siinä on ehkä menemisen meininki, näyttää siltä, mutta eihän silläkään, kun se pyörii siellä. Se on semmoista niin kuin liukumista, se on tietysti pakki, mutta jotenkin mä joskus mietin sitä, että kun se pääsi läpi ajoon, niin jos se katsoisi tällä, että joku huutaa, että varo tai selkä back kuuluu sieltä, niin ottaisikohan tuo ylimääräisen potkun, mutta en mä tiedä. Hyvän näköistä menoa, mutta on tällä hetkellä Snarilla, että alkaa saavuttaa sen tason, mitä oli Pelicansissa.
No tätä viikkoa, jos ajatellaan vähän se. Ilves heti tuossa tiistaina Tampereella, Nokia-areena, vähän vaihtelevalla menestyksellä JYP siellä tässä viime vuosina on vierailu ja sitten viikonloppuna se tupla kalpakohtaaminen, mitä varmaan kaikki vesikielellä odottaa, mutta aika herkullinen paikka on myöskin lähteä tuonne Tampereelle tiistai-ilta.
On. Tällä hetkellä Ilveskin on niin kohtuullisen kuuma joukkue ja sitten JYP on kuuma joukkue, niin tässä on mun mielestä erinomainen kohtaaminen. Jos nyt mietitään vaikka 2 kuukautta taaksepäin, että olisinko sanonut näin tästä uskonut sanovani näin, niin en olisi kyllä todellakaan uskonut sanovani. Siinä on ihan siis semmoista, niin nyt on semmoinen paikka, että se on mun mielestä ihan mahtava nähdä, että miten nyt JYP pystyy mittaustamaan sitä kuuluisaa tasoa, kun tulee tommonen jengi vastaan. Että tietysti tiistai-päivä, mutta kaikki pelipäivät on juhlapäiviä, että ihan jännityksellä odottaa, että mitä sitä oikein tulee ja sitten se, että minkälaisella kokoonpanolla siihen hommaan lähdetään, onko se Jore kehissä, miltä se muuten, että tehdäänkö ketjuihin muutoksia, onko Huovila kehissä, pitäisi nyt olla noilla näytöillä, niin jos ei ole, niin on joku kipeänä tai sitten Pennebornilla joku aivopiero menossa, mutta niin kyllä ehdottomasti pitäisi olla. Ja mun mielestä sen ketju, mikä siinä oli, Mäkinen, Dostia ja niin Huovila, niin nyt niin niiden pitää antaa olla ehjänä, ihan siis pakko antaa olla. Ihan se tosi mielenkiintoinen. Jos mennään siihen kalpakohtaamiseen, niin se, tällä hetkellä Kalpahan on jonkunlaisessa kriisissä, että ei ole ehkä sillä tavalla mennyt kausi kuin odotettiin. Ja mähän olen lyönyt sen mustaksi hevoseksi tähän sarjaan, että ihan niin kuin mestaruusehokkaaksi ja mitä sitten Karjalaisen temppuja viime kaudella kattonut ja minkälaista peliä on pelattu, niin verrattuna tähän kauteen, niin on aika vaikeaa tällä hetkellä ja nyt JYPillä on siinä semmoinen paikka, että jos huomenna ei tule pisteitä, mä uskon, että tulee pisteet, mutta sitten niin mä noihin back-to-back-peleihin, niin mä luotan aika paljon. Siinä saa semmoista ekstra latausta siihen omaan. Nyt on Jyväskylässä kuitenkin hyvä hurmos menossa. Perjantai-ilta ensin Jyväskylässä ja sitten lauantaina tonne, niin Jyväskylästä lähtee taas kunnon porukka sinne kannustamaan sitä. Niin, ja sitten kun tietää se, mikä se Kalpan tilanne on, niin tässä on mun mielestä mielenkiintoinen viikko niin kuin edessä.
Joo, ja siis ihan ylipäätään tuo sarjataulukon tilanne, millainen se on. Tätä nauhoittaessa JYPillä ja Kalpalla on eroa 8 pistettä. Molemmat joukkueet pelaa sen yhden ottelun ennen viikonlopun tuplakohtaamista, niin tuossa voidaan kenties olla jopa sarjataulukossa semmoisessa tilanteessa, että 2 voitolla JYP pystyisi Kalpa ohittamaan. Ja siinä taas on semmoinen esimerkki siitä, että kun tämä JYPin tuloskunto on ollut niin hyvä viime viikkoina, että tuohon tulee koko ajan tämmöisiin kohtaamisiin ihan uutta energiaa just sen pisteasetelman kautta.
Tulee. Ja niin kuin sanottiin, niin se tuossa äsken, niin se on kärkijoukkue, että on voittanut vähentää bottom-joukkueitakin tässä, niin edelleenkin JYP tarvii niitä pisteitä. Se on ihan fakta. Mutta se, että jos tolleen, kun tällä tavalla mietitään se asia, niin mähän veikkasin nyt ennen kauden alkua 6 JYPiin tässä, niin ei tässä hirveän kauan tarvii venata tällä tuloskunnolla, niin kohtaan se paukuttelee siellä 6. menemään tuossa. En tiedä, sitten jos otetaan 1,5 kuukautta takaperia, mitä tässäkin taas keskusteltiin, niin kohta joutuu syömään sanoja oikein, kun joutuu vanha kun on takin käännön tekemään sen. Aina uskonut. Joo,
ja itselläkin kyllä tuntuu, että tästä kaudesta tulee yksi takin kääntökausi, kun tuntuu, että tuossa noin sanotaan kuukausi sitten, niin alkoi olemaan jo vähän semmoinen ajatus, että pitääkö tuossa maaliskuussa varautua siitä, lähdetään Mikkelin karsintoja pelaamaan, mutta kyllä tässä pikkuhiljaa rupeaa enemmänkin katsoa sitä, että mihinkä sitä maaliskuussa lähdetään pudotuspelejä sitten.
No sama justiinsa nyt miettinyt, että nyt eka kertaa näkee niin kuin edelliset playoffit taisi olla 5 vuotta sitten. Niin nyt niin kuin eka kertaa JYPin hommissa, kun itsekin, niin näkee silleen, että kun 4 kautta käynyt tuolla pyörimässä tuolla jäähallilla, niin nyt sitten näkisi playerit, niin olisi se siinä. Ja sitten kun jengi on löytämään tuonne hallille hiljalle, niin tämä on mun mielestä oikein hyvä meininki. Ja sitten kaikille sinne ihmisille, niin tulkaa ihmeessä sinne jäähallille, että kyllä se jääkiekko on edelleenkin parasta siellä paikan päällä, että vaikka se kotisohva onkin se juttu, mutta siellä on hyviä tarjouksia ollut ja muuta, niin siellä pääsee katsomaan niitä pelejä jo semmoisella ihan mun mielestä hyvillä paketeilla pääsee sisälle.
Joo, ja jos kyse on siitä, että selostusta haluaa kuulla ja sen takia katsoo kotona, niin ihan maksamattomana mainoksena sanotaan, että radiota voi kuunnella myöskin hallilla.
Niin voi kuunnella sen. Joo.
Mutta jos ajatellaan ihan siis tätä koko liigan tilannetta, tämä kaikkien aikojen kausi, sehän on vähän semmoinen termi, että se kuullaan niin joka ikinen vuosi, mutta tässä oikeasti on aikamoinen asetelma tulossa kevääseen ihan liikaa ajatellen. Kaikilla joukkueilla on semmoinen 15 peliä pelattuna ja oikeastaan ainoa varma asia, mitä tuosta voidaan sanoa, on se, että Jukurit tulee pelaamaan karsinoissa. Muuten on aika lailla kaikki tällä hetkellä auki.
Kaikki on ihan auki. Että tässä on nyt pelattu niin paljon ristiä, että tässä ei ole selkeästi ja sitten niin kuin kaikki ne varmat hevoset. Eniten mä oon pettynyt totaalisesti tuohon Tapparan toimintaan, että niin kuin, jos pitää niin kuin muita joukkueita ja samoin sitten Oulun Kärpät, ei ne kuulu tuonne sille tasolle, missä ne tällä hetkellä niin kuin pelailee. Että mun mielestä, en tiedä, tässä on niin kuin, alkaa tuntua kohta sillä, että kaikilla muilla paitsi Jukureilla on mahdollisuus voittaa mestaruus. Niin se, sanoinko mä just näin? Tässä podcastissa sanoin.
Mutta sellainenhan se asetelma alkaa pikkuhiljaa olemaan, että otetaan vielä semmoinen pieni veikkaus. Muistelisin näin, että mä kysyin, että montako pistettä tässä nauhoitusten välissä JYP ottaa niistä 15 tarjolla olleesta. Sä taisit sanoa, että 12 pistettä ja oliko näitä 10 pistettä?
Eikö mä sanoin 1 5 pelistä, niin se oli 12 pistettä. Että tulee 2 voittoa, 1 pataa ja 2 voittoa. Näin se muistaakseni meni.
Jotenkin näin se kuitenkin meni, mutta aika hyvin olit kuitenkin jäljillä siinä, niin pakkohan se nyt on kysyä sitten 3 peliä tällä viikolla ohjelmassa, niin minkä verran JYP ottaa 9
on paha huomenna tuo Ilves tossa, että sitä, että tulee jatkoaika voitto 2 pistettä ja sitten back to backeista, niin toinen päättyy 3-1 JYPin voitto ja 1-3 sitten JYP voittaa tuolla niin, että kyllä me mennään sillä, että se on 3+3+2 eli 8.
1-3 voitto, mutta otetaan 2 pistettä.
Niin on tuo. Joo, 8 pistettä tulee näistä 3 pelistä. Kyllä mä uskon, että JYP hoitaa nuo back to backit ja huomenna jatkoajalla tuolla niin Ilves-pelissä niin hoidetaan siitä. Näin se menee, suuri orakkeli on puhunut.
Otetaan vielä loppuun tämmöinen pieni kysymys. Katselin tuossa noin kun saavuit tähän studioon, et sentään tyylikkäästi myöhässä, mutta viime tingassa kuitenkin katselin, että rinta on vähän enemmän korrella kuin ehkä normaalisti ja vähän jotenkin leukakin noussut korkeammalle, niin oliko näin, että mekin ollaan saatu jonkunnäköistä palautetta, mitä sulle on tultu välittämään?
On. Kiitoksia hyvät ihmiset, että edelleen petti se jakso, niin en ole elämässäni saanut varmaan noin paljon semmoista niin kuin hyvää positiivista palautetta tai tämä podcasti saanut siinä, että kiitoksia kaikille, jotka kävi hallilla sanomassa. Niin
tämäkin meillä se kääntö, että minä sain positiivista.
No eikä se todellakaan minulkään. Siis tämä podcast. Ei, mutta se mulle tuli sanoa.
ihan hyvä ollut.
Se tuli siis on ihmiset tullut sanomaan, että oli hyvää puhetta siinä ja Pettinen oli hyvää haasteltavaa ja siinä tuli niinku semmoista, että saitte hyvin irti sitä asiaa, että mitä siellä JYPissä tapahtui ja pyydettiin enemmän myös sitä, että me keskusteltaisiin kahdestaan näistä kiekkohommista. Varmaan tämmöistä jorinointia, mitä tässä on, että kulma on ollut ihan mielenkiintoista nyt nähdä, että on jaksolta vaan paranee koko ajan, että kyllä täytyy sanoa, että mä olisin Pettisen jaksoon ihan tyytyväinen, että siellä oli paljon, mutta siis tosi moni tuli sanomaan, sitten tuli viestejä niin WhatsAppiin, kun sähköpostia ei tullut, mutta WhatsAppia tuli Facebookin kautta ja Instagramin kautta, että oli oikein hyvä jakso. Ja
oliko pullopostin?
Ei pullopostia tullut, savumerkkejäkään ei tullut. Mutta niin laittakaa hei palautetta vaan tulemaan, se on kaikista rööreistä voi sitä tunkea. Se on tietenkin hyvä sitten, jos tulla hallilla, kun tulee siinä, niin se pääsee aina yllättämään sille, kun joku tulee sanomaan, että oikeasti oli hieno jakso, että se pääsee tämmöisen suomalaismiehen yllättämään siinä, kun olet tälleen semmoisessa transsissa seisoskelet siinä, niin sitten jos joku tulee sanomaan jotain kivaa, niin ei mitään. Kiitoksia siitä ja koetetaan tässä parhaamme tehdä tämän homman kanssa.
Joo, ja jatkossa sitten vaikka niitä kansainvälisiä sormimerkkejä vielä sitten. Siinä on se viimeinenkin kommunikaatiomuoto käyty läpi.
Kyllä.
Tämän myötä varmaan ruvetaan pikkuhiljaa päättelemään tämän viikkoista jaksoa. Muistutellaan vielä noista palautteen-antomahdollisuuksista, kysymysten esittelymahdollisuudesta ja vaikka sitten vieraiden toivomiskanavista, niitähän siis 3 kappaletta tosiaankin on. hp@jypliiga.fi, tuo sähköpostiosoite, Hurrikaanin Pyörteissä on nimimerkki Instagramissa ja X:stä löydetään käyttäjällä @hppodi. Ruthin Leipomo alkaa tästä hiljenemään tässä tällä viikolla siis 3 otteluohjelmassa. Ensi viikolla ohjelmassa on maajoukkuetauko ja sen jälkeen sitten lähdetäänkin taas helmikuuhun ja jännittelemään sitä runkosarjan loppupuolta. Sen myötä oikein paljon jälleen kiitoksia seurasta ja moi moi.